Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Craft of the Titans. So, our Dark Castle has ascended, as you can tell. I've built it up to, basically up to full, I guess, used height. Okay, above this, there's actually going to be roofing, and I've actually come up with an idea for that. We'll get to that in the nearish future, hopefully. But this is as high as we will actually be standing once it's all done. Okay, this is a work in progress that we're doing during the speed build. You can actually see it better from this floor here. Basically, I'm going to do like a triple layer design, and we worked on that in the speed build that came out today. But it's still very much a work in progress. I've actually got to do some layering in my test world to see what colors of glass I want for sure. I do want that red tint in there, but I don't just want the red tint. I don't think. Because I feel like, especially above, it's a little bit on the red side, but the above section is going to have a different colored glass to kind of offset that red. From the bottom, it's not so bad, and there's going to be some decorations and stuff that hang down, but we'll get to all of that. Also, we worked on this little teleporting area, and I discovered that these lemon simple teleporters do not cross dimension. I believe they normally do, but within this pack they do not. So I'm pretty sure it's a change to the mod, basically. Also, I have started dual wielding, but I'm actually axe in my left hand. That way, whenever I attack, it actually throws up my shield. So, and that way I can switch, say, to the revolver and still have... Well, didn't realize there were still bullets in that. I can still have my weapon out. So if I'm mining, you know, I can still do my thing and everything. That way, if I want the shield out, I have it. Otherwise, you know, I've always got my weapon. So, I've actually come to really like it. Normally, I don't like dual wielding because I don't like the screen clutter, but in this pack, it's kind of a necessity because of all the combat stuff. So today, I kind of set out a roadmap last episode or the episode before that or something like that of things we were going to be working on. I've actually moved a couple projects up that we're going to be doing today. One project in particular that we're going to be doing today that wasn't on the original roadmap, and then probably a project next episode that wasn't on the original roadmap, but that's okay. It's going to be a bit of fun. For right now, I'm going to pull this off until we actually go out to do combat. So anyways, before we head out, there's a couple things we're going to have to do, and I'm not going to tell you guys where we're going just yet. But first up, I will say that we're going to be fighting a Titan, if that helps. Because in my speed build video, you may have seen it, there's a couple things that I need, and I cannot get them until I go kill a Titan. Okay, so first up, I'm going to make a stack of bullets. We're going to need, I believe, a stack of gunpowder. Let's see, armor piercing. Okay, 2 steel nuggets, 2 Constantan nuggets for each one. So let's go ahead and just get some of that. I actually need to put steel in a compacting drawer. I'll do that later. Got a decent amount of Constantan. I need to get that stuff being farmed. I hate making it. So there's 45. Honestly, that's enough. I don't need any more than that. I could go make some Constantan real quick, but... I don't actually have any reason to do so because the Titan that we're going to be facing isn't going to be all that tough, I don't think. So there's that. I'm also going to want to get my house pet out. And this, we can just shift right click. There we go. Now we're set to home. And then whenever we're ready to come back, we can just right click it. Okay, so that stuff's done. Now the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need to get ourselves a rune. Okay, and I think the next rune that we're going to go for is this one, for the liquid XP. It's only 100,000 millibuck. It's actually not that bad. There is another liquid one, but we need life essence and UU matter, so I'm going to have to get that stuff being farmed before too long. So for this, let me grab that, and object submission station. I wonder if I can pump liquid XP directly from the experience obelisk into the object submission station. I'm not 100% sure about this, honestly. Give me like a couple hours to find the quest here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to set liquid XP on there. And I know we were planning on getting into baubles this episode. I don't know for sure if we will or not, because there's a couple things that I'm prioritizing above that. But okay, we're going to say that you can push. It is coming in there. Awesome. Okay, so this should be plenty of XP, honestly. I don't know if it's going to keep draining once this is done. I'm hoping not. Alright, moment of truth. Is this going to continue draining or is this going to stop? It's still draining. Awesome. Okay, stop it. Alright. So that quest is now done. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Detect, submit, and we get an uncommon rune. What do we need for the next one? Actually not that bad. These are actually very easy runes. But you only get an uncommon rune. Okay. So, I don't actually need another uncommon rune at the moment, I don't think. At least for what I'm doing here. I mean, I wouldn't mind having like the powered spawners and some of that stuff. Honestly, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to need a powered spawner later on today. So how much do those actually, what does it take? Standard. Very, very standard. Okay, never mind. Alright, so what we're going to be getting today with our uncommon rune is going to be right here. 12 ender portals, 12 eyes of ender. It says it must be pointed inward. Okay. Alright, well, we built out a nice little place to place this, so let's go ahead. This is basically a teleportation floor that's up here. I think this looks a lot better at night. But I think once the other glass is on top, it'll look better. Because originally I started doing enlightened glass, but then I was playing around with it. I think I'm going to do different stuff, but we'll see. So, we do it just like this. And then we'll put in our Eyes of Ender. Alright. And I will say we're going to get back on doing some of these quests fairly soon, because I know I've taken kind of a detour and we haven't really done a whole lot of these quests of late. I will say we've got some that we could turn in. We may turn some in later on today, because like this, we've already done that. Probably the next one after that, we've probably already done it. That, I can't remember. I've got a watering dongle. I think I have a watering can somewhere though too. I'm not for sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and step on in. Let me go ahead and throw on my weapon here. And let's do this. Oh, wait, where's my spell book? Let me go ahead and set my spell book to Fire Flash. Okay. The end achievement. Alright. And I actually need ender pearls too, so this is a good time to come on out here and... Oh no, this is... Oh, it's messing up my spells. That's no good. Oh no. Okay, this isn't going to work. It works for melee combat, but it does not work for that. Okay. Well, anyways. Oh, spells don't work at all with... Okay. No dual wielding for us then. Why is it... My spells do not work. Pow-pow! Pow-pow! Actually, I had an idea that I was thinking about. This, I've been using it for mining, because if you shift right-click with this, it sets it into, like, super mine mode. I'm actually kind of curious about this, since it breaks everything instantly. Oh, it doesn't work! Okay. But it does work for this, so... There we go. All your end crystals are belong to me. So easy with a revolver. So easy. Alright. There we go. Now you're mine, Ender Dragon. Okay, so I'm gonna basically take him on like standard. I don't know if this will... It's acting like it's casting, but it's not actually... It's not actually firing anything, so he might be immune to magic. I'm not for sure. Okay. Sounds like it just reloaded here. Okay, he's going in. do work! Oh my gosh, look at all the creepers! Ha ha! Oh, this axe just does damage. By the way, I'll tell you guys in a second about that. Haha! You die! The Ender Dragon's one of those, like, unless Hardcore Ender Expansion is in the pack, Ender Dragon is just one of those bosses that is not a challenge in modded, to say the least. Like, he is never a challenge. Yeah, get you some of that. Level 6 Superstar Battle Axe. I need food, in fact. He has 1,303 health. That is fine by me. Let me just really quickly reload here. Uh-oh. Okay. I was like, did it really crash like in the middle of the Ender Dragon fight? That would be epic. Get you some of that. Listen to all the creepers. Haha! You are dead, sir. Oh, whoa! He gives infinity ingots? Really? Alright, we got a little bit of Draconium, Epic Shader Grab Bag. It's all good. Okay, you guys... Let me, I wonder if my star spell would work here. Oh, it does. What? What? Really? My dragon heart just jumped through the thing. Really? Eye of the Storm charge creeper drop. Okay. I'll tell you what, since it's not really out of the way, I'm going to pop through and see if I can find my dragon heart. Okay, no, it didn't come here. It'll probably go to spawn, I imagine. Right there. Haha, gotcha. Okay, so we got our dragon heart. Alright, so infinity ingots. There's lots of fun things that we can make with these, right? Already got that. The sword. This thing I'm actually going to wait to make because I hate this thing, honestly. Basically, this is going to be our reward. A lot of the Avarita stuff is going to be our reward for actually killing all the Titans, I think. Because this thing insta-kills anything in the game, even like Chaos Dragons and stuff. I mean, I hate it, honestly. Nature's Rune. Longbow of the Heavens. Infinity Breastplate, the helmet, the legs, the boots. Okay. So that's all great stuff. Let's go ahead and throw all this stuff. Look at all the obsidian we got. We'll throw all this stuff into there. Ender Dragon Scales. What all can I make with those, by the way? I can make this. Nothing. This, nothing. Ultimate Material. We've got Ultimate Helmet. Chest plate, probably the Ender stuff, yep. And then we have different types of Ender Dragon boots. And Ender Dragon weaponry. No axe, though. We're like the barbarian character. We pretty much used axes like the majority of the game. Except like the very beginning, I think. So. Okay, let's head on back into the end and get into actually what we were wanting to go for today. And I'll probably get the Ender Dragon egg too, I guess. While we're here. And I may come back and harvest all these, like, all these things. I did not mean... Oh my gosh. I did not mean to make a baby dragon egg. Man. Okay, well it's hatching. So, I guess we're just going to leave it there for the time being. Anyways, I forgot that mod was in here, honestly. I mean, I knew it was in here, but I just forgot it was. Okay, so anyways, basically what we need from here, we're going to have to go find ourselves a Ender Island. So we'll just start heading off, I guess, in this direction. That's why I got the house pet, just be a lot easier to get back once we find a place. Okay. So, what we need... I love all the creepers here, and they're all D's Nuts creepers, too. Okay, I am going to want to get my soul vials out. And let me actually put it here. Okay, so first up, what I want is I want a bunch of chorus. Not really a bunch, but a little bit of these chorus flowers. A little bit for what I need to get today for our teleportation area. And then a little bit for possibly next episode's project as well. So, how many do I have? 16. Let me get like a half stack, okay? And then I think that will be, honestly, that's probably more than enough, but just to make sure. So we got 32 of those. Now we're looking for an Ender Fortress. And it probably won't take us very long to find one of those, I don't imagine. Generally, there's a bunch of them. I don't even need the ship above it or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind it for the Ender Dragon head, because I believe there's actually a few uses. Actually, I know there's a few uses for those where you have to have the Ender Dragon heads. I do feel like adding this in 1.10 was a good step in the right direction for Minecraft, you know, vanilla Minecraft. I think it was a good addition. And it reminds me a lot of Hardcore Ender expansion. I do wish there was additional bosses or something added in, you know. But I feel like they're actually taking and at least doing stuff with Minecraft that I was hoping that they would do. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and grab just a little bit of this draconium. 40 pieces of it. That's not bad. You gotta be careful though, because there's all these like super creepers. Like just armies of them. Honestly, I think mining on the side of stuff and on the bottoms of stuff and things like that would probably be the best. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. Whoops. Forgot that was turned on, actually. We got ourselves a bunch of endstone. Okay, found one. Awesome. Alright, so I guess since there's a boat right here, let's go ahead and head for it. And what I'm looking for is these guys. Shulker. And we got ourselves a soul vial with a shulker in it. Oh, we got a shulker pearl. I didn't think those would drop their drops like that. It's funny because shulker, if you have flight, like shulker are non-existent. How did I get an elytra? What is this madness? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and snag him. One of these I'm going to make a powered spawner with, I do believe. What's in here? Potion of healing. Alright. There we go. And you're mine, buddy. Oh, he must have knocked the elytra off of there, and then my magnet ring got it. Alright, we got nebulous hearts, iridium shards, blah, blah, blah. And then we've got a bunch of other junk. Diamond boots with mending and unbreaking 3 on them. Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and just dump all this stuff into the system. Alright, and I guess that's really everything that I came to the end for. Alright, so let's head on back home. Okay, it actually spawned me here, which is strange. Let me turn this on. Man. Basically just brought me into the overworld, basically, is what it did. Actually, here's some of those green dungeons. Since we're passing through, annoy crystal blocks. Projectile protection, I'll just take all of it. I don't care. Okay. By the way, I did find some F-Axiom things. An F-Axiom dungeon. So, just a heads up, we'll be exploring that fairly soon. What's down here by chance? Blitz spawner. I mean, these really don't have much of anything. These green dungeons don't. So I'm not going to worry actually a lot about those. I mean, like, torches in a chest. Like, really? Are you serious? Is that what I get? Yeah, let's go ahead and head on up. Not too worried, because honestly there was nothing in these that I found the last time we went through them that I was like, oh man, I really wanted that. Like, it was all just kind of like, eh, what is this? A clay dungeon? Tell you what, give me light. Piece of onyx, I'll take that. Night slime. I mean, there's really not much in this one either. So we'll probably turn around. I love how there's like nothing spawning hardly either. Alright, I'm just going to leave this dungeon because there's really not much. And it seems like it's kind of buggy right now because stuff should be spawning and it's not spawning. So it's interesting. Alright, but we're going to head straight on about 2,000 blocks in this direction. Okay, so I just found this. It's all packed ice and glowstone. I'm going to take all the glowstone, you better believe it. It's just a straight drop. What is all of that? Is that all glowstone? Okay, let me relog because I think everything's like broken right now. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, yes. All this glowstone will come in handy, honestly. Because, like, even though we have glowstone automated, I use a lot of glowstone. Okay, looks like it doesn't go into my mining bag. I did make some adjustments to that. You'll notice I turned it into a diamond bag. I also added a void filter to it so that we can void stuff and just little things like that, basically. Alright, so let's check this out just really, really quickly. Just kind of poke our heads down here out of curiosity. Like, it looks like the dungeon is all underwater, which is something. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to get out of here. I don't have water breathing right now. There's actually a quest coming up. It's in the Baubles quest line that gives us water breathing ring, but I haven't done it yet. Protection 3 book. Okay, well anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I want to get home this episode. There's lots of cool dungeons to explore, and we will. But right now, I want to get home. We've killed the Ender Dragon. That is what, Titan number 5, I think? Out of, I think, 20? Oh, cave crystals from Quark. Emeralds, diamonds. Huh. I tell you what, I'm going to take all of these. Just because they may come in handy for building purposes. Over here, these are all made of F-axium. So, these could be a lot of fun to explore as well. Alright, well anyways, we're back home now. At long last. I don't know why my house pet brought me so far away. From where I wanted to be. No clue. But anyways, for the first thing that I want to get, let's go ahead and make ourselves a vat. This one's going to be more like for personal use. We've already got one. And we'll throw that house pet out. Don't really need it anymore, and it didn't actually work. Anyways, let me find a... I'll just connect it to this line, actually. This is just temporary stuff. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a liquid, okay? And it is from Ender.io. And it's very, very complicated to make. But we've got the majority of the stuff done for it. Let me see. It's right here, this Vapor of Lividity. Okay. Let's see. We're going to need Dew of the Void and grains of Piazzality and Prescience. Okay. Actually, I should have got some Enderman Souls while I was there too, but I didn't. But anyways, first up, we're going to need these grains of Piazzality. And we're actually going to need a couple of these. It's pulsating iron nuggets around diamond. So let me just... let's see. Pulsating... Let's go ahead and order a few of these. Let's order like 10, I think. We'll order like 3 of these. There we go. And then I just need to sag mill these up. I've got a sag mill right here. I might need more of these. I know long term I will. But for right now, I just want to get a few of these to kind of show you exactly kind of what I have in mind. Okay, and then next up I want to make a couple powered spawners just to make my life a whole lot easier moving forward. I think my slice and splice is still in here. It is. And my soul binder's downstairs. Okay, so for the powered spawner, the Z-Logic controller is the main thing I think that I don't have easy access to at the moment. That's Solarium, Silicon, Redstone, and Zombie Heads. Okay, I'm just going to throw this down. It's got power in it right now, so I'm not too concerned. that. We'll get those running. And then for the powered spawner itself, let's see, we're going to need some vibrant crystals. I've actually got a few, it looks like. Machine chassis, we should have that automated. Shouldn't be a problem. Let me order 2 of those. It's going to take it a second to make those cables and stuff. There's 1 powered spawner. And then we just need the vibrant crystals for the next one. There's our 2 vibrant crystals. And we should be all set now to get our second powered spawner. And then we're going to need, of course, a broken spawner. Let's get a couple fire elemental ones. And that should be it. And I'm going to go ahead actually and grab my experience obelisk. We're just going to take this with us. Okay, and first up, I want to combine broken spawner with the shulker soul vial. And then let me get my experience obelisk. We'll pull out 12 levels. There we go. How many do we have? 180 right now. Okay. And that's actually out of power. Oops. Give us back our soul vial. There we go. And we got our shulker spawner. And my experience obelisk. I'm just going to set this down right here then. So to combine these two, what do we need? 20 levels. Not a problem. There we go. There's a shulker spawner. And for right now, I'm just going to put this right here. Sounds good. Okay. And we're going to set it to capture mode. And then, I don't think I have any capacitors. I do. I have 2 octadic capacitors. That works. And we'll just throw one of those into there just to speed up this process. For now, it's very, very temporary. Alright, so next up I'm going to need an Enderman Soul vial. That's for the other part of what we're doing. And I guess the quickest way will just be to pop into the end real quick. And, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Now that we've got that, let's make one more spawner real quick. And these, I mean, even though what I'm doing with these right now is just for a build part, I guess, really. All this work just for something for building, but this stuff will come in handy, even still. You know, having this stuff on hand and being able to basically spawn these on demand, basically. Alright, so we got our Enderman Soul vial now. Didn't I have another soul vial with a shulker in it? I should have. We're probably going to need, what, 20 levels for this one as well. So there we go, 20 levels. And we broke our anvil. Awesome. Awesome. Put our spawner here. We're going to say capture mode. There you go. And give me an Enderman Soul real quick. And actually I'm going to need the soul binder. So I'm going to put it right here and throw that back in it. Alright, so we got our Enderman Soul vial, and to get our Dew of the Void, we're going to need those grains of piezality, or whatever, and grains of the end. So grains of the end, that's just ender crystal through a sag mill. That is vibrant crystal. Okay. So I'll tell you what, let me get, how many ender pearls do I have? Enough. Let me go ahead and make like 8 vibrant alloy real quick. So we got plenty of that stuff now, and the vibrant crystal, there's 4 of those, and 4 right now. I'm also going to put this experience obelisk on the top of this powered spawner, and we're going to say that you can pull from the top. There we go. And so there's our first ender crystal. And is this, yeah, this is Enderman. Okay, and then we're just going to sag mill it. Just tear it apart. There's that. Grains of the end. And then these have to go through the vat. And we're going to need nutrient distillation. So I'm going to have to make the nutrient distillation first. So give me just a moment here to get that made up. Okay, and while this nutrient distillation is being made, the next thing that I want to get is I want to get a pedestal. From dislocator pedestal from Draconic Evolution. And we are going to need one thing here. That's a stone pressure plate. Because basically I just wanted to make going to the Nether a little bit safer. In the speed build, I built a little platform type area that's got walls and stuff. It's not permanent, but it's a good start for the time being. But that's why I needed the chorus fruit, is this right here. So I'm actually going to want 2 dislocator pedestals. And do I have any blaze rods? No. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll go get some. I'm gonna throw this stuff into there. And that's gonna start running. It's gonna start creating our Dew of the Void. And I'm gonna go ahead and set this to insert. Or in and out. There we go. And there's one other step that we're gonna have to do, but it's very, very simple. I don't know why I'm coming up here. I need to go down here. But I want to, instead of using the Nether portal, because we have stuff coming through that, which is no good, instead I would like to actually, instead of doing that, let me bind this back. Yeah, we're going to set up our first dislocator pedestal here. And I mean, I guess really I could take the stuff with me to the Nether to craft the other dislocator pedestal. That would be an option. But we're going to put a dislocator like on each of these corners. So what we'll do is we'll set one dislocator right here. And then this one will be the one for the Nether. Alright, so let me grab the stuff that we're going to need. And this stuff's actually done now. Now go. Into the drum and you go. There we go. Dew of the Void, we have 900 millibuckets. So yeah, I'm going to need a bunch more. I'll tell you what. While we're gone, this is what I should have done in the first place. I don't know why I didn't. We're just going to say that you can pull from that. And we're going to throw that stuff in there and let that start running. Okay, so let's head on into the Nether. Actually, I think I probably could have made blaze powder somehow. I actually think I have some in my alchemy stands, but whatever. That's okay. We have to travel to where I want to set this up anyway for the time being, so it's not really a big deal. And look at that. Demon Slayer. What is that for? That's for slaying a monster from Ad Infernos. A blaze? Really? Okay. Well, we'll get ourselves some blaze powder. And right here. And I mean, like I said, this is just temporary. We'll spruce it up a bit, you know, in the future and everything. But for right now, this works perfect. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and bind this dislocator right there. And there we go. Set that up right there. Let's get stone pressure plate, stone, slabs, and blaze powder. And we'll also do this for the end probably too. Not the actual end island where we fought the dragon, but some of the farther off places we'll set up teleporters, translocators. But there we go. And then we can just right click it and teleport back and forth. And there we go. Awesome. So that's done. And then I can just expand it. Because I'm thinking we'll have 8 teleporters for, you know, around the world and stuff. Like I have the mine right here. And then I have below the tower right over here. And I will spruce those signs up and stuff as well, I think. Okay. I'll let it run for a little bit. We've got a bit of nutrient distillation. We're going to need just a little bit more of this Dew of the Void. So we'll just dump in, I think it's, what, 4 buckets of this? I do believe. Throw that in there. And that's going to start running. And then while that's running, let's get the last thing that we're going to need for our actual liquid. It's that that one liquid. It's like these Ender IO liquids that we don't actually use for much of anything, I don't believe. No. But I'm using them for decorative aspects. So we need more of these grains. I've already got those done. And then we need these Prescient Crystals. These take shulker souls with vibrant crystals. So that works out perfectly. Let me go ahead and throw in this and that. And I can't remember if this just makes 1 bucket or if this, I don't know. This is a liquid that you don't normally use for much of anything. So I don't entirely know. This one actually takes a bit more energy. Now we should be able to set this up. That's done. And we'll grab just a bucket of this Dew of the Void. One bucket should be plenty. That. And then we need this, we need to sag mill this Prescient Crystal up. There we go. And there we go, it's running. So it's going to take a minute. And then let me just get like some cobblestone just to make this process a little bit easier. Hopefully this makes a full bucket. If not, this is a very, very expensive liquid. It already is a very expensive liquid. Yeah, okay, it gives us 1 bucket exactly. Alright, we get this Vapor of Lividity. And you'll notice it's an upside down bucket. That means the liquid actually flows upwards instead of downwards. So, of course, there's a few liquids that actually do that, like Energized Glowstone does that. And there's actually quite a few, because I was playing around with them in my creative world, like trying to figure out which one that I actually wanted to use. Something has gravity and I don't love it. Really, really don't. But what I want to do is I want to bring this out. Oh, would you stop it? It makes building such a pain. All this like gravity creatures. Go ahead and pull me. There we go. Okay. And then basically what I want to do is I want to put this bucket down on the bottom side of this cobblestone and let it start flowing. Oh, it may not. Will it not split? And then break that. Oh, it still doesn't. Okay. So I'm actually going to need more buckets of this than I originally thought. Because basically what I want to do is I want to have this vapor. What does it do? Okay, it's just 1 block. Okay. I'm going to need at least 5 then per engine. Oh my gosh. Because I want that. Basically what I want to do, and I'll have to play around with it, but I want it kind of like flowing up into the engine. So it's not touching the ground, but it looks like there's like exhaust basically coming off of this. Coming out of this like a rocket or something. You know, going. And of course I'll have spiders there. I'll probably put turrets on the bottom of this so it kills all the creatures in the area, hopefully. In my experience, those turrets, even with their accuracy buffed in this pack, their accuracy's not that great, but fingers crossed that they'll kill everything. We'll see. Okay, well anyways, that gives you an idea of what I'm working towards. But it's going to be a little bit more expensive than I anticipated. I thought those actually split off, but they don't. That's okay. Alright, so on to our next project. I will say that those Vapors of Lividity, we will later on, we'll automate those. As well as the spawners and all that, making the different parts and all of that. But right now I'm not too worried about it because I don't have the experience, liquid systems and all that stuff set up. And the Vapors of Lividity, we'll automate those possibly in the near future, honestly. Because we will use them, chances are, if we get into big reactors, which I do plan on it. Even though I plan on getting into the nuclear craft, which this mod is actually a lot of fun, and it's very high cost for high reward kind of a thing, and I do like that aspect of it a lot. I think it goes well with this mod pack for like late game power gen. But anyways, the next project that I want to do, we're going to need some more runes. I was debating on what I wanted to do for the rest of the episode. I know I want to work on the cobbleworks. But even more so, I want to get a builder. Now, sadly, there is no way, at least from what I've seen, to get just the standard quarry card. There's no crafting recipe for it, because I would like to have a Silk Touch quarry. Honestly. And I mean, I could afford all this right now, that's no problem, but I don't have access to a quarry card. So for this, we're going to need 2 uncommon runes. So, guess how we're going to do it? We're going to do XP. Because this is honestly about as easy as it gets. Now, I can also do Nether Stars. Those are pretty easy, and I have almost enough. Honestly, I might. We'll see what the next XP reward is, because I need 1 rare rune, and I need 2 uncommon runes. So, if the next one offers us a rare rune, then I will probably do the Nether Star one for the other bit. What is this? TPS Distress. Okay, there we go. Liquid XP. And we'll just set that up, and we'll say that you can push out into that. And that's going to start building up. Now, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and turn in just a couple really, really quick quests that we've got. First up, the atomic thing. Atomic Reconstructor. Oh, yeah, that's right. This one wouldn't turn in before. And no clue as to why. So I'm just going to make a new one. They're not really that expensive for us. And honestly, I'm going to want more of these. So it's not really a big concern. And while we're waiting on the basic capacitors, another thing that I would like to do is the Take to the Skies. This quest here, the zigzag balloon pattern. We didn't finish that before because at the time, common runes were somewhat expensive for us. For these old module chips, dense gold plates, adamantine. That's fine. Dense gold plate, give me one of those. There you go. That's completed. And so we should be able to turn this quest in. And there's an uncommon rune. Now the next one, okay, they're going to give us a rare rune for the next one. 500,000, not a problem. We're going to go ahead and find this. And we'll go ahead and set this up to start pushing out some levels. And our atomic reconstructor, let's go ahead and do that because I know the stuff's made for it. There we go. And we'll get that. We get a lens of color. We will use some of the lenses later on. Now we need aesthetic green blocks and aesthetic quartz. Okay. So aesthetic quartz, it's blocks of quartz. Aesthetic green is chiseled blocks. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull this magnet off because it's going to mess up everything. Okay, so there's 12 aesthetic quartz. Now we need the rest of it. Okay. I figure this is a good time to do some of these like little odd and end quests. Okay, so that quest is completed. And we get 16 donuts and a rare loot bag. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Go ahead and dump all that stuff into there. Okay, there's our zigzag balloon pattern. Awesome. Go to artifact loot bags, and then they want us to make a dismounter. That's what you use to get entities off of your balloons. So, alright. There's that. And then we can just have this quest done. I guess for the actual, you have a choice reward here for the actual design. We are going to go with a checkered balloon pattern. Yeah, that one. There we go. And so that quest line's done. Let's see, how's this quest coming along? Oh, whoa. Stop. Stop. Okay. This one, detect. We're going to take the rare rune. There we go. The next one, they want us to put in 750,000 millibuckets. Oh, we can get a legendary rune. Honestly, that line might be pretty quick to finish out. Now, a lot of this stuff, I will say that some of these we will actually start taking off on maybe next episode or something like that. But we're going to need one additional uncommon rune because I don't believe that I have any. I do not. I have 8 common runes, but I don't have any those others. So I guess we're going to go for the Nether Star one. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal for us. I'm going to pop over there and get 5 more of these Nether Stars knocked out. We really need to get this thing automated in the next couple episodes. Promise. Okay, so there's our 25 Nether Stars. Turn that in, get our rune, and now we can actually turn these in, get our builder block. Because, by the way, the builder block is not craftable in this pack. That's why I'm having to get it through runes. And then down here, let's get our fortune quarry. That'll be fine for the majority of stuff. The only reason I really wanted the silk quarry is we're going to automate the ritual over here. And if I had a silk quarry, I could actually do the diamond ones and stuff. But we'll get diamond seeds before long anyways, so it's not that big of a deal, realistically. So, all right, I guess we're going to do the clearing fortune quarry. In fact, there's that. Let's actually get that lever back. And then I'm also going to want an ender chest. That one will be fine. That one's actually got some dye on it, so let's get some bone meal. Okay. And basically what I want to do is I want to have this automated so that we can get growth accelerators and stuff through our system by utilizing this Master Ritual Stone. So let me grab... I think I have... Yeah, Awakened Activation Crystal. And we'll go ahead and start... Oh, you know what? No! That's not what I meant to do. I meant to put a block up there. Whoops. I knew as soon as I started that it was like, oh man, I messed up. Throw my magnet ring on here. On the plus side, life essence really isn't much of an issue at this point, but still. Alright, but I'll tell you what, while we're waiting anyways, we're going to go ahead and set up the builder, and we're actually going to have it setting, I think just right here would be fine. So we'll put it like, say right here is the builder. We got the Bob the Builder achievement. Awesome. And then I'm going to want, where's my wireless grid? Let's get a not a retrieval, a flux point. Get one of those. We'll put this on to... Actually, I need to drop this down, don't I? This is going to need some kind of connection above it. So we'll have it set like right there. That'll be fine. We'll put our flux point onto the back of this. We're going to say primary power network. And then we'll just use the large storage crate on top of it. It's got a fairly large storage space, 3 pages like that. We'll do item conduits on the back. I really don't have to have speed upgrades on these, honestly, because this is only going to run, you know, on occasion. It's not something that's going to be running like all the time, like pumping out items non-stop or anything. We'll go ahead and color that. Okay, that's our white line. That's perfect. We'll throw that in there. We'll say that you can insert into here. Extract's always active. And yeah, that's pretty much set up. Then we just have to give it a redstone signal. So I'm just going to put this right here. Okay. And that part's done. So now we're really just waiting on life essence to get built back up in the system, which will take it a minute. That will be a lot quicker once we get our next tier of blood altar fairly soon. Fairly soon. Let me grab a little bit of cobble here, because before I forget, we do need to put a block above the altar. So we'll just bring this up like to right there. That'll be fine. And I guess I'm just going to put like a piece of, I don't know, black concrete, basalt or something up here. I may end up changing it, who knows. But for right now, that'll work. Okay. So that's where the meteor's going to hit, and that'll be the center point of the meteor once this is all automated. So, by the way, funny story, the Nether stars, you know, we needed 25 for that quest. The next quest, 250. A lot of Nether stars. We'll definitely be automating that in the next couple episodes. But I'm so tired of having to mine up these rituals because I was getting growth accelerators earlier, and it's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I wanted to get this automated today since we have the time to. This takes precedence over our cobble gen even. There we go. Okay. So now what I want to do is I just want to set up, let me grab a little bit of cobblestone, and we're going to set up the area that this can mine first. And we're going to say that the top of it, we're actually going to expand this out a little bit, because I know a couple of the meteors are a little bit larger. And we'll say that that's a corner. And then for the bottom corner, let's go ahead So we're going to tell the quarry that it can mine anything within these dimensions. Okay, so let's get our clearing fortune quarry. And we'll go ahead and shift right click our builder. And then we'll come up here. We'll shift right click that. And then shift right click this cobblestone. And so now that's done. Now we need to set up a filter for this before we put it in there, because we need to tell it that it cannot dig up that basalt that's inside of there. And so what we're going to want is we're going to want one of these storage filter modules. And so let me pop on down here. Storage. Oops. Filter module. There's that. And then we're just going to open this up. We're going to say basalt. And we're going to say blacklist items. So there we go. And then we'll just put this into there. And then we'll throw in our quarry card. And let's do a preview mode. There we go. That's perfect. That's the area that we want to mine up. And moving blocks, entities, do single run and stop. Keep running with redstone signal. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and kick this on. And there we go. It pulled out everything from that and has now dumped it into the system. Okay, 1 second. The cat needs out. And if you look right here, all the blocks from that are going into the large storage crate. And then of course they're getting pulled into the system. And there we go. So the collection is done. That's fine. I mean, if another meteor were to land right now, it would just get broken and swallowed up. But I want to fully automate this. I don't even want to have to come up there. Okay, I just want to be able to order things from this. So what we're going to do is let's get ourselves a mechanical user. And hopefully this works. I haven't tried this, but we're gonna give this a shot here. And what we're gonna do is right underneath the Master Ritual Stone. So that would be right about right there. Okay, we're just going to tear away some of these blocks real quick. And we're going to put our mechanical user right there. And let's go ahead. What do I have to rotate this? Okay. We're going to have that face up. And we're going to say activation crystal. I think activate block with item should be what we're going to use. And then if I was to, I think we'll need to have the life points in there before it can actually do it. So we'll give that just a bit while it's charging up the life points. And another thing that I'm going to want is I'm going to want a crafter, of course. I know I keep putting off automating these basic processors. I'm terrible about it. I'm awful. I'm getting steadily closer, right? I've got silicone automated now. So I'm getting there. Alright, so there's our crafter, and then I'm also going to want, I don't know, like that's like up here. It's like up in that area, but I think, let's see. I'll tell you what I could do. I could bring the cables up right through there, because it would be underneath this. Or I could just use a network transmitter. I don't know. I'm torn. I think I'm probably just going to run the cables up, though. Honestly, so there's that. Let me get like 2 more stacks of these. And I'm just going to kind of run the cable here along the ceiling. Because I know that concrete can be facaded to work with the cables. It's just the Abyssal Craft stuff that's not working at the moment. Actually, I guess the cable could come up right there instead. We'll do that. And we'll just grab this cable connection. I guess technically I could have just had an importer right there, but meh. That's fine. I might do an importer instead of an ender chest, since I've already got a cable line that's up here. And then I'm going to need a dropper, just kind of above the Master Ritual Stone that can drop the, you know, the items that we order, so like the fertilizer or whatever. Okay, so there's an automatic precision dropper. That's perfect. We'll put this over the Master Ritual Stone. I mean, I guess I could put it right next to it and just have the cable kind of come up, because that should work, actually. That might be what we do. In fact, have that there. I don't know. Or I may actually raise it up there and have it, like, fall like really far down. I don't know. We'll see. And for this, let me actually take off my instantaneous magnet ring. I need to get in the habit of actually taking that off anytime I come around the base. Like, really, I should. But, okay, and we're going to put our crafter facing up into the precision dropper. Replace that. Cables will connect here. And then we can just set up a recipe. And we've almost got enough life points in the network to summon one. So I'm going to want to set up ones, especially for refined storage and for growth accelerators, basically. And I think the first recipe that I make is going to be for growth accelerators. And we're just going to tell it, like, you'll get 30 growth accelerators if you send it one mystical fertilizer. Okay. Now, granted, it's probably going to give more than 30, but I know from experience it's not going to give less than 30. So that's why I'm encoding it that way. And then I should probably go ahead and actually encode the mystical fertilizer recipe, just in case it needs more. There you go. And the nice thing is all that essence is getting stored into drawers. So we'll have a bunch of that stuff. Okay, and I actually have glass in the speed build. I don't know if you saw, but I automated the glass production for right now. That's a very temporary recipe, just until I finally get around to putting glass into our cobbleworks. So I try to do everything with you guys, and generally when the episodes come up, I'm like, okay, I want to do this instead. So it is what it is. All right, so we'll put that recipe into there. That's for growth accelerators, and yeah, that should be it. So let's see, where are we at on life points? Let's give it just a second to finish building these up, and I'll be back. Okay, well, sad thing. I've never actually tried to automate Mark of the Falling Tower. It's not automatable. Okay, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an item frame right there. Let me go clear my crafting grid, and we'll have it, I mean, we'll still have it in there and semi-automated and stuff. But what we'll do is we'll have it so that if we wanted, say we wanted, you know, the things, right? I'm going to put my activation crystal right up here. And so, for example, if I wanted growth accelerators, I've got 1,000,000 life points in here. What I can do is I can order growth accelerators from my wireless terminal. Say, I want one of these, and then I can just grab the... whatever. I can grab the activation crystal and just right-click it, and then, pow, it'll hit that. It'll dig it up. Okay, so, I mean, it's a whole lot easier now than having to manually mine that or anything like that. It's just, you know, at this point I will probably have this thing running, and every time my life points build up, then I'll go activate a ritual. But the main thing I want this for is growth accelerators, honestly. Because I want a lot of those, especially here in the very near future. So, but I mean, at least it's semi-automated. Just click a button in the wireless grid, grab the activation crystal, right-click it, and it's done. But anyways, with that, I do believe it's about wrapping up points, so I am going to end out the episode here. I feel like we got some nice things done, and I've got some stuff to move forward with my decorative work. a little bit. Like I said, we will automate that later on because we'll use that stuff. The only other real use I can think of for that lividity stuff, aside from decorative, is within our reactors, if we get into big reactors. So we will probably automate that in the semi-near future. I just want to get basically some liquid stuff set up before I do that. Basically liquid XP and also some liquid storage features and stuff that I'm not ready to do right this second. But we will get that before too long. But now our rituals are a whole lot easier. So I'll actually be keeping this on me and kind of keeping an eye on it, especially when I'm building and stuff. Just pop over here. Pew, there you go. And there's a bunch of essence and stuff. So we did get quite a few of these done too. I mean, within this section. Honestly, I have a feeling like this bottom section, aside from this here, the rest of this bottom stuff is actually a lot easier. Well, kind of. I don't know. We'll be getting to all this stuff before too long. This stuff over here does have a lot more tiers, though, to go through. Like 50 million tiers of all this stuff. Next episode, we're either going to be working with some crop work, or we're going to be working with power generation as the primary focus. Honestly, I'm thinking power gen. Next episode, we're going to revamp our whole power system. We will probably still keep what we have down there, but I want to do a totally new generator using those advanced generators, or those simple generators that I mentioned before, because they do generate an absolute ton of power. So I do want to start getting into that. Probably next episode, we'll do that and the rest of the cobble gen, or cobble works. Okay, so the rest of the cobble works, that'll be glass, processors, snow, ice, all that stuff, just so we have it being produced. Also, probably granite, diorite, andesite. We'll probably throw those in there. And, I mean, just whatever else. So, I may prep a few machines from thermal expansion and stuff to get us ready for next episode, but we'll see. So, anyways, if I do, it'll mainly be igneous extruders anyway. So, but primary focus will be the power gen. And then we'll do as much cobble works as we can, especially the processors and the glass. Those are the two major things. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And until next time, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.